since that previously, when I felt depressed, I did get that very obvious, very strong feeling of hopelessness, sadness, just down in the dumps, gutter, whatever. And now I don't feel that way, but it's kind of hurting my brain because I changed my perspective on a lot of things and how my mind should perceive different stimuli. So I'm sitting here unable to do anything. I'm still sitting here exhausted. I am. But I feel not sad. I don't feel happy. But I definitely don't feel sad. I don't feel bad. I don't feel like there's a huge weight on my shoulders. I feel rather neutral. But yeah, I'm still showing the symptoms of depression. And I don't know how to feel about that. It's definitely something new. Definitely something different. And I don't know if I've come across anyone that's mentioned this. I'm not saying that no one has. I just usually interact with the stuff, or previously I've interacted with stuff where people are depressed, feel depressed, look depressed. But for me, it's just exclusively the symptoms and being unable to do what I need to do. And for a brief period today, I got sad for the first time, not really, but just regarding like my progress in school and just life. It is, I would say I'm very discouraged, but not in a like very sad way. I just feel neutrally discouraged because I have done so much work. I feel like I have, and I still feel like I'm nowhere near the starting line. It's just really hard for me. And I do interact with people that also struggle with different mental barriers. I hope that's not insensitive, but whether it's like, it could be a mental illness or just being neurodivergent, I do interact with people like that because they probably get it the most, obviously. Someone not experiencing impactful, or I guess crippling, I don't want to say crippling, I guess it's crippling in my case, mental illness or just being neurodivergent, because that's pretty crippling too. Typically talking to those people is a way for me to not feel isolated, but I still do feel isolated because they're still doing it, you know what I mean? They're still turning in work, and although it is really hard for them, I'm like, I can't even get there. And I guess it's because the people that are in the position that I am, they're either not outside talking to people or they're just not in school. So it is really, really annoying. I guess I could say it's just frustrating, discouraging. I don't feel particularly bad, which is why I want to keep saying neutrally discouraged, neutrally frustrated, because those aren't neutral terms, but I don't feel strongly. Like, I don't feel angry. I don't feel really sad. That's why I want to keep getting at. I feel pretty neutral, but I still understand these things to be frustrating, and that frustration leads to what I understand would be discouragement. I guess I'm not feeling particularly sad anymore because I just don't have the mental capacity to go through the mental process that would lead me to feeling sad, because I have thought about it and I have felt really awful about the idea of doing what I thought was right, like feeling like I did everything I could have possibly done right and still not really getting anywhere. Like I said, I don't talk about the starting line. Maybe it's that I can't get there, but I hate being in this really weird place where it's like I can see the starting line, and it's so daunting because I think I can get there and I can't. I can get into the spaces where I can see it, like it's right there, and it's presented as an opportunity to me, like it's a possibility for me. But then I get ready to go into the race and I'm not at the starting line. I think I am. And I even think I'm running, but I guess I'm just running on a treadmill that's a couple feet behind the starting line, which again, it's not that far. I'm working so hard to change like my thinking, my habits, my processes, systems, yada yada yada. Kind of taking inspiration from multiple different practices like for ADHD, systems I thought that work for me, or whatever. Just a lot of things that bother me, and I see how other people cope. I'm currently studying philosophy, and I've never felt smarter. I've never felt like I could achieve something before I started pursuing philosophy. And it makes me want to maintain that because I feel like I could really do a lot. I get a lot of encouragement from other people, like a lot of compliments on how I attack certain things in the academic sphere or whatever. So I have the tools, and I really hate that there's not really a way for me to use them. It's kind of like all or nothing, and I can't do it all. So I kind of can't do anything. And that makes everything feel like a waste. And I know I can totally use these talents outside of post-secondary, yada yada yada. But I want to use them there. I just, it's really frustrating. Especially just because, like I said, I thought I worked really hard. I'm not saying I didn't, it's just, I constantly feel like my best isn't good enough, and I keep trying to exceed what I thought my best was. I keep going further and further and further, only to keep ending up in the same place. It's really discouraging. I just feel like I worked so hard, and I feel like I got nowhere. I feel like I got absolutely nowhere. I mean, it's cool creative-wise. I've been making creative stuff, been indulging in creative outlets, like making a YouTube channel. That's huge for me. But there's just so much more to life than making a YouTube channel. And it's so hard for me to experience it. And as people will say, like, education system, it's faults, it's whatever, yeah, just its faults. It's not perfect, but I just hate that I can't be successful in this way, because I feel like I could be. And I know life isn't fair, but it just feels so unfair. I have this huge barrier, and there's no one to even do. People are tired, okay? Like, I've been having this issue for years. It's been really bad for the past 4 years. I'm exhausted, so also they're exhausted. It's whatever. Yeah, that's my rant for today. And I guess for a brief period I was doing a lot to try to feel something, like cut my hair and dye it. Because I thought the way I felt was because I didn't have an outlet to express myself. But, well, I've tried it. Done a lot expression-wise, and I can't say I feel that much better. So a small part might have been about self-expression, but a lot of it is unrelated. So yeah, I do a lot to either try to feel or try to not feel negatively. I do a lot, I feel like, and nothing really works, so I'm left with nothing, really. Okay, that's that. With that, I'm going to probably head out.